So while our Nationals are on the road against New York, our Scouts are up in New Hampshire for a showcase to show off the best high schoolers and some of the prospects that we're looking at. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from that showcase. So before we show this showcase and what our Scouts are looking at, I figured I would show you the beautiful stadium that they built in New Hampshire, the show field. You know, we got the field, we got the batting cages. Look at over here. We got the kid zone, we got concessions, a performance, American flag, some more concessions, sick stadium, statue, more concession. I mean, this is just a beautiful, beautiful ballpark here in New Hampshire. Nothing too crazy. We'll be definitely adding more. If you want any suggestions, let me know. And without further ado, let's get into the action. Some of the guys that we are looking at are Devon Thompson from Illinois, Woodrow Madsen, and Mike Zimmer, along with Giancarlo Cabrera. But we're going to see Matt Lagan, and then some guys that we are looking at: Bobby Lynn, Juan Rivera, and I'm trying to see who else. Yeah, that's really it. This is a guy that we are looking at, Israel. I believe he's a center fielder for the national team, or the world team, excuse me, as those are the jerseys as well. Beautiful sunset here in New Hampshire, as that's going to be a solid ball, but to the shortstop. The shortstop from Canada, Daniel Gonzalez, who seems to have a pretty solid arm. Not the greatest, but an okay arm. Comes big Bobby Lynn, who has an absolute bat, but just gets under it. Danny Flores is another guy that we're looking at. He is a left fielder. Just seems to be an all-around great player. Does nothing too spectacular. He's more of just all-around solid guy as he lines out. The guy that just caught that was Giancarlo Benitez, who we're looking at from the international side. He is a right fielder, and he really is a defensive guy, as I'm just swinging for the fences, as it's a foul ball. But yeah, I think he could potentially be a very, very good utility guy, or a very good right fielder as he strikes out. As we get to see Israel bat again, they hit a solo shot, their outfielder, as that's going to be a shallow ball. That's going to get down. Single for Israel. Sweet. So you love to see it. Here's Juan Rivera, the first baseman, who we might consider taking with the 5th, 6th overall pick. We do need a first baseman. He could be a really good DH, as that's going to be a fly out, but the center fielder flies in to get the catch. In comes up big Bobby Lynn. See what he can do in this spot as he flies out to the catcher. Here we get to see at least one of the pitchers, Giancarlo Cabrera. For some reason, it won't let me do the other pitchers, but we get to see what Cabrera can bring. He is at a prep school in Florida. Really, he seems like he could be the best overall pitcher. He doesn't do anything super spectacular, but he could be a really, really solid young pitcher for us. And we do need pitching very, very badly. I would say it's our weakest point in the team, as he does give up a hit. You hate to see it. Now let's see what he can do with runners on base. You know, get a little pressure. As he absolutely belts this out, and he's going to give up a 2-run shot. Now against Daniel Gonzalez, the shortstop from Canada, he gets the strike. And BT is going to commit to LSU, the Australian catcher who just hit that 2-run shot. So not all these guys, they may get drafted, they may not. They may go to college. Like Giancarlo, he is committed to go to the University of Miami if he does not get drafted, but he more likely will get drafted, as this is the battle of young Carloses. As here comes the pitch. Ooh, just outside. As the second baseman's going to get that for the out. Now Bobby Lynn is up to bat. See what he can do. He's 0 for 2. Supposedly he has a big power swing, but we have not seen it yet. But who knows? Who actually knows? I mean, that's a pretty solid swing, but oh, it's going to be a double play, isn't it? Yep. So Woodrow is going to come in to hopefully save it. Oh, and that's going to be foul. Ooh, 0-2 count. Let's see what Woodrow could do. He strikes it out, and USA wins the showcase 3-4. Danny Flores hit a 2-run shot. Jan Carlos gets the win. Daniel Gonzalez hit a double. Flores, really one of the guys that we scouted. And really, besides that, no one else that we scouted did anything spectacular. As we start off the Major League play with Milt Benjamin, I want to actually hit a home run with him myself at the big league level. As we start at the bottom of the second, 2-1 lead for the Nationals. This is going to be the only play that we're going to, well, the only game that we're going to show from this 2-game interleague play against the Toronto Blue Jays, as I strike out. But bottom of the 5th, there is a runner on first. Ooh, all right, I'll take it. But Milt, he's slowly showing. Should have not swung at that. Oh, I should have been Matt Lehman against his old team. I did not think of that. Maybe we'll play both games. Yeah. So then we can show Matt Lehman against the team that drafted him and ultimately was a role guy. Ooh, just fouled it off. But we are rolling high right now on a 2-game winning streak, as that's a solid fly ball that's going to get into the gap. That is going to be a double for at least Milt Benjamin here in the bottom of the 7th. Well, they get the win anyways. Matt Lehman had an 2-run RBI, and Zach Plesac got the win. You love to see it. As we will show Matt Lehman against his Blue Jays, his former team, facing Noah Syndergaard, who signed, I believe, a 1-year deal. He was on the Mets last year. As that's going to be a solid hit into left field where he was drafted in as a left fielder, and he gets a single. Already 2-0 Natties. As the pitch, the hit, and it's going to be a grounder to second. 5-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Now remember, the Blue Jays traded Vlad for Jazz Chisholm. So now Jazz Chisholm is the center fielder. Vladdy is not playing first. I believe they still have Bo Bichette. No, they do not have Bo Bichette. So they lost Bo Bichette and Vladdy. It's rough, man. Very, very rough for the Blue Jays. As that's going to be hit to Mayer as he beats it out for a single. As it's 7-0 Washington. And that's going to get down for a base hit. Is that going to be an RBI single? It is, and it's 8-0 Washington. 9-0, and Matt is having a great day. 3 for 4 and an RBI. I should have not swung at that. Here in the bottom of the 8th. He's got a double and a couple of singles as he keeps on fighting. Off pitches. Really battling it with Mitch White. And what? It's gonna be 4 in a row now? Because we beat Chicago twice, the last 2 games, as that's going to be a flyout. So a 3 for 5 day. But we get the huge win. Mark Stroman, 8 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Soriano hit a 2-run shot. Schwarber had an RBI. Mountcastle had 3 RBIs, and Matt Lehman had 1, but he scored 3 of the 9 runs. You gotta be joking me. Kevin Soriano fractures his wrist, and he's gonna be out for a month or 2. Oh, damn. Alex Verdugo will take his place. Man, that sucks. We player lock with Kyle Schwarber as he is now the 3 hitter replacing Kevin Soriano, facing the Cincinnati Reds, who, state of the franchise, good friend of mine, is playing in his MLB The Show franchise. I will drop his playlist down in the description. Good series. As we are fighting with the Reds for a wild card spot, and that is a perfect deep fly ball, and that's gonna drop as Dwyer scores and Lehman scores, and Schwarber knocks in a 2-run RBI double. 19 homers, 57 RBIs. It is 5-0 Nationals. This is going to be a grounder to Jonathan India, as Schwarber is going to hit an absolute bomb to make it 6-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to be his 20th home run of the season, as it's 8-5 now here in the bottom of the 6th. Ooh, got a little too happy there. Schwarber was May's Player of the Month. He'll love to see it. Oh, just early on that too. As the pitch. Ooh, should have not swung at that, but he strikes out. Bottom of the 7th, 10-5 now, with Matt on second, as Schwarber's going to take a ball. As it's a hit and run, and it's another perfect, and it's going to be an RBI single for Schwarber to make it 11-5. Schwarber went 3 for 5, home run and a double Milt Benjamin hit a 3-run shot. Miles Dwyer had an RBI and Verdugo as well. And Danny Turner got a save as well. As we player lock with Milt Benjamin again, hopefully we can rip off 6 straight wins in a row, as that's a solid ball, but it's going to be a fly out to center field. As it's a 4-4 ball game, it seems like I struggle with Milt Benjamin hitting wise, as that's going to be a grounder to, and look like Joey Votto, but Luis Sessa, the former Yankee, but runners on second and first for Milt, as he's going to take strike one. Last game he hit a 3-run shot. Seems like I can't hit a home run with him, but the computer can. But he does hit a perfect, and that's going to be an RBI single to bring in Elijah Green and to give us the 5-4 lead. Now it's 4-6 with a runner on first, bottom of the 8th. That's a deep fly ball-ish, but it's going to be a fly out to the right fielder. We do rip off 6 in a row as Ryan Mountcastle hits a home run. Verdugo hit a home run. Elijah Green went 3 for 3, and Schwarber went 1 for 2. And the bullpen kind of struggled, but Clark Schmidt got it done. Very interesting as we look at scouting. David Tane doesn't seem like, he still is a very good player, but not as good as we think. We think Bobby Lynn is a very good player, and then we think Greg McGowan could be the steal of the draft, which his stamina is pretty solid, his walks per 9, and his pitching velocity, but other than that, nothing too spectacular. So some guys that we're going to look at Lee Gleason, who has an arm, can run, but hitting, that's really it, and power. Keith Locke, who seems to be a very solid, potentially a very good relief pitcher. And then Devin Thompson, who has the stuff, but we don't know. Today we will player lock with Matt Lehman as we face Hunter Green, one of the best young pitchers in baseball, as he's going to fly out to the third baseman. One would say in infield rule, as it's a 4-0 lead for the Natties over Hunter Green, who just threw 100 miles per hour, throwing the heat. But doesn't matter. Lehman's going to get past Ella de la Cruz, as Lehman's going to try to push for number 2, as he's gunned, but he does get a double. It's 5-0. Now Dakota Hudson is in instead of Hunter Green. As we hit it down the line. Oh yeah, we're going 3. We're going 3, as it's an RBI triple for Matt Lehman. Come back up bottom of the 6th, and it's bases loaded, 1 out. And it's going to get past as 1 run scores. And it's going to hold off, and it's going to be 8-1 Nationals. Bottom of the 8th, it is 9-2 Washington, as Lehman, just gets under it, and that's going to be a fly out. Ryan Mountcastle hit 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and Mitch Keller had a great outing as well. Alex Verdugo hit a home run as well, and Miles Dwyer hit a double. As we head to Oakland to face the A's International face-off, as Joel Hurt, one of their young pitchers, is up sidearm, and Miles Dwyer is our player lock. We're on a 7-game winning streak. I should have not swung at that, as it's a 4-1 game. An absolute perfect. Can it get out? No, but Miles is going to get an RBI double to cut the lead down to 2. Now it's 3-6 in the top of the 8th, facing Zach Jackson, as he takes ball 1. 30,000 in attendance for Oakland. You know it's a video game when that happens. As it's a beautiful ball down the left field line. As that's going to be 2 doubles for Miles Dwyer. Oscar Gonzalez hit 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Matt Lehman hit a home run. Schwarber hit a home run. And Miles Dwyer as well. Though our winning streak, snapped. We do player lock this game with Elijah Green, who has been really showing that he is the center fielder of the future with runners on the corners. Top of the first, 2-0 as he gets a fielder's choice. It's a 3-0 ball game now with Kyle Bowler on the... Oh, should have not swung at that. I really like the high pitches. He has 4 triples. We know he's got the speed. He's got the arm. And that's a perfect deep fly ball out to right. That's going to bounce off the wall, and Elijah Green has a stand-up double. Still 3-0 here as Luis is up, and it's a good ball, but is it going to get out? It is a solo shot for Elijah Green. His 9th home run of the season, 398, and extend the lead to 4. Now top of the 8th, 4-0 lead still. Chad Feldman is in. Oh, just late. It's probably to Oscar Gonzalez. Fly out to right. But Marcus Stroman had a complete game, no shutout, 3 strikeouts. Elijah Green hit a solo shot. 2 RBIs for Luis, and Milt Benjamin went 3 for 3, 2 doubles and an RBI and a home run. As we enter the final game of this series with the Oakland Athletics, we do Milt Benjamin because I don't know what it is, man. The CPU hits very, very well with him. I hit okay with him, not the best, but he's been killing it. It seems like he's been slowly been one of the best call-ups that we've had as the grounder. As it's 2-2 now, top of the 4th. JT Glenn is still in, or Ginn, as that's going to be a hit to the shortstop, and it's going to be an error. I'll take it. Still 3 for 3, or 3-3, excuse me, top of the 6th. Just late on that, and it's going to be a flyout to Oscar Gonzalez. Top of the 8th, Jake Cousins is in. Milt Benjamin is 0 for 3 on the day. Just misses, or misses very, very badly. As it's going to be hit to the pitcher. Is that going to be a double play? Yes, it is. As we drop the Braves big time, and with only 12 days left till the draft, we're closing on the draft episode, draft special, but we face a huge 4-game series against the Cards and the Rockies. Why is that huge? Because we are 2.5 games back of the Cardinals, and the Rockies, they're a little bit behind, but still, the Cardinals is huge. 2.5 games, 4-game series. It's going to get very, very interesting. We are 10 games back of the Braves. I don't see us catching up. Definitely the Phillies, definitely not the Braves. The Mets and the Marlins have kind of been disappointing. The Brewers and Cubs, the Cardinals seem to be the teams. The Pirates with Shohei disappointing, and the Reds will be the Reds. Dodgers seem to be the team in control. The Padres, Diamondbacks are 50-50. The Rockies and Giants are not there. Orioles seem to be the top dog, crushing it. Blue Jays, kind of 50-50. Yankees, not really. The Rays and the Red Sox are god-awful. Guardians seem to be the top dog. The Twins and the Royals, really the Twins, and then the rest of the division is terrible. The Astros seem to be the top team as well. Really, it's the Astros, Guardians, and Orioles with the Blue Jays and the Yankees and the Twins. Other than that, everyone else is just horrible. So there's that. Stats to end the episode. In terms of games, Kyle Schwarber has played the most along with Dwyer. Mountcastle. Hits, it's really just two. Miles Dwyer and Matt Lehman are really sky high above everyone else. Schwarber is roughly there, then Mountcastle. Soriano's been hurt for a couple of weeks now. Home runs, Schwarber has 21 with 65 RBIs. Mountcastle has 18. Urias has 12, and Soriano has 10. His average has dipped a little bit, but he's also hurt. It kind of stinks coming, year 3. It's kind of a little bit sluggish, but again, he's also been hurt for a couple of weeks now. Dwyer has 9, Green has 9, Lehman has 8, Gilbert has 5, Luis has 4, Drake has 3, Benjamin has 3 as well. He's been a great pickup in the 20 games. 20 games, 20 hits, 7 doubles, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, and hitting .290 with an OPS of 30. You can read. And in terms of average, Matt Lehman, Dwyer are up there at batting .300. Elijah Green, Schwarber, Mountcastle, and Benjamin are just roughly around there. Soriano's dipped a little bit. Julius Wise are struggling, and then Verdugo, and then it's Drew Gilbert and Chang who are struggling as well. Pitching, Marcus Stroman's kind of been our Cy Young, 9-2. Zach Plesac 6-4. Eric Lauer 6-4. Clark Schmidt 4-4. Mitch Keller 3-6. Griffin Cannon, our ace, is 3-4. Jordan Hicks 2-3. Iglesias 2-4. Jared Booker is 1-0, but he got I guess he's called up again. All right. Corey Braun, Danny Turner, who hasn't pitched a lot of innings, and then Ron as well. Starting pitching, not too terrible. I wish the ERAs would go down, especially for Plesac, Lauer, and Keller. I want Cannon to have more wins, but I can't complain too much. Really, it's Eric Lauer who's just dominating strikeouts this year. And then it's Griffin Cannon. Then the other guys are relief pitchers. Clark Schmidt, because he's been in the most. Hicks as well. Jared Booker, his ERA's been going down. I've been impressed. And then as well as that, and then how many blown saves have they had? 4 from Iglesias, 1 from Braun. I'll take it. So I might actually start Drake Baldwin, give him a shot, because he seems to be killing it. Schwarber, Mountcastle killing it. Dwyer killing it. Luis kind of there, but maybe give Tyler Whittaker a shot. Maybe put him in the outfield, because Verdugo is Green's been it. I don't think Drew Gilbert's the guy. And then Soriano, hopefully he comes back and is hitting on all cylinders. So next episode, we will be doing the entire Cardinals series and maybe a Rockies, and then previewing the MLB draft. But if you're new, subscribe, like the video, and until next time, you guys have a good one. Peace.